Hi, welcome back to the desk. This is part 2 of the F4 and the EFM25 amp 4-in-1 ESC build. This is the F4 Revo from IFlight-rc. This has an OSD in it, and this is a 4-in-1 ESC. The stack itself will go one way or the other. My guess is this is to the side and that's to the forward, so it'll go like that. We have to link the two together using these cables provided with the ESC. The flight board didn't come with any cables, no pins, direct solder, pretty much everything on that. First, let's take a weight on these guys. We'll turn that on. 0 grams. The flight board is 6.7 grams. Again, this is a full-size SC. It's not a mini or a micro. I think it's 30 millimeters, 27 on the center on the holes or something. So it has the OSD in it. Everything else. This is all your ESCs. 4-in-1. That is 100 grams, 100, or how much? No, 10 grams. My bad, 10 grams, 10.1. What was that? Get that centered on there. 6, 7. So 17 grams on the over-under, I guess. Fair enough for me. What we're going to do is we're going to cut these wires pretty much to go from here to here-ish. I say here-ish because there is instructions that came with these provided by iFlight. The instructions are pretty spectacular. The color, I love it. So you have your ESC and you have your flight board. The wires, color coded, going to direct spots. Okay. Things to note: the red wire, well, ground is black as always. The red wire now is not positive, has nothing to do with power. The red wire is motor 1 signal, green motor 2 signal. The blue one is motor 4. It goes all the way down to this bottom corner. See how that goes down, and then 3 goes up. So on the ESC here, motor placements 3 and 4 are switched. Just so you know. Over here, this is your current sensor, ground relays, 5 volts supplied to the flight board. Pretty easy. Okay, let's get the build on. Okay. So here is the flight board. Not quite sure why they painted out these lines, but whatever. Probably don't need them anyway. But as you can see, there's your buzzer. There's your OSD. And there's your 5-volt rail. And your motor placement with ground on the outside. So basically, these wires here will be going to this section here. But do you see how in the directions with the ESCs facing with the XT60 to the right, this is the rear of the quad. Okay, so the wires should be coming out the side. But my arrow is pointing to the right of the quad as well. So I'm going to switch it like this. And I could even switch it one more time and make sure that I do it on the configuration page that I did it another 45 degrees. But we're going to leave it like that. I'm just going to stack just like that so that these wires go to here, up here. I'm going to wire it like this with enough slack to just bring it over like that. This way when I need to fix something, I can swing out that one nylon standoff and fix something. Alright. So, working directly off of the schematic, what we're going to do is plug that in like so. Now, what does the other one look like? Okay. So, motor 3 is on the bottom, 4 is next, 2, then 1, then skips 1 ground. So the schematic is slightly wrong. They're showing the red wire in there. Not sure if there is 5 volts coming off of this rail. We'll find out shortly. But those are your 4 motor wires. And since they only have to go to this area, I'm going to snip them like that. I'm going to snip these wires right here. Crazy. There you go. Seems like a lot of wire, but we're going to do a nice little build. I'm going to leave these guys long until I find out if that is a 5 volt rail or not. Actually, I won't leave them long. I'm going to pluck that one out. I'll be right back. Okay, so there you go. As you can see, I pulled the red wire out. I don't know if it's a 5 volt rail or not. I don't need to find out by finding the magic smoke. So I am going to wind up snipping that to match. Okay. So that's nice and short. When we look at the schematic again, there you go. Goes to those. So basically these wires. There it is. These 4 wires go neatly into these 4 holes. And ground goes to the bottom. And the motors and the ESCs will be wired together. Or the flight board and the ESC will be wired together. Okay, we're just going to tin up the edges of these wires real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not a lot. Just a little bit to make it stick. And shiny. Show you why in a second. Stay with me. Okay, so I tin the wires. And we're going to go right from the schematic, right to these ports here. So, board facing this way. These wires, yellow being motor 3. So it's going to be coming up from the bottom. Flip this over. We go to motor 3, which is going to be right there. Poke that up and through. See what I did there? The next one up on the line is going to be motor 4. It's going to be right there. I like to poke them up and through like that when they're tiny. Next one up on the line is going to be this green one here. That one there is motor 2. Look at that puppy right now. Okay. This last one here. Maybe motor 1. Huh. Completely did that wrong. I was all off by 1, so we'll go up the other way. That's why you look at it and you do it 3 or 4 times before you solder anything. So, if you haven't noticed, this flight board can also hold up to 6 motors, which I thought was pretty neat. Or you can control a gimbal off of motor 6, 5, and 6. Probably just like an old school maze. So there we go. And the black wire, of course, will be going to the ground. Like so. When you look at the other side, just push down the wire, solder at the tip, push down the wire, solder the tip, push down the wire, solder the tip. Makes for a nice little build. There you go. I push down the wires. Now I'm just soldering them up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. Let me clean that off real quick. Take care of that ground. She's sticking up a little bit. That's the push down and solder technique. Should look something like that. From there, this is why I like using painter's tape. You can see how the motors are all labeled out. And down here, they do have room for motors 5 and 6, which I thought was pretty cool. Next, I believe they want me to hook stuff up on this side now. Right? Where's that going to be? Maybe there? No, no, no. Heh, this side. That makes more sense. Okay. That'll be next. Alright. Well, this is what it would look like, or what it will look like when it's together. Motors 1 through 4 with the ground, or 1 through 4 with the ground, 5 and 6 being over here on the top side. That's the arrow pointing forward, just like the diagram, to the ESC, the XT60 pointing out the right side. So we cut those wires down and put those there. The next set of wires, this lower set, has to go down to here, I believe. Down down to here. And we're going to get into that right now. So first we're going to measure how far it's going to take for that to get from there to this area. Probably about the same. So I grab the other set of wires out the back here. Cut off about, say, yay amount. Feel safe with that. And just like before, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and tin these and get them stuck through their proper places on this. Okay, as you can see, I'm following the schematic with VBAT, positive and negative, according to the ESC directions. We'll push those in and solder those tips, and it'll look just like the motor side. Alright, there are the three connections. We have ground, right here, positive and VBAT. Go underneath, if you can see that or not. Above it is the buzzer. We'll hook that up. We'll hook up wires for the buzzer. And so far so good. Keep following along, and next we're going to do the buzzer and my S-bus receiver for my radio link radio, and on to the camera and VTX after that. Thanks for watching. Again, this is the 25 amp EFM-ESC 4-in-1 from IFlight-rc. You can find them on Amazon. The link's in the description. This is the F4 with OSD. It's the Revo edition. It should be the Omnibus or the Airbot. You'll see it in the description on the Amazon page what firmware you flash or it has on it. But again, $40 for this, $40 for that, $80 stack. Enjoy. Happy flying. Thanks for watching.